Alright, I'm Brother Jacob McWilliams, also an evangelist in the faith of Jesus Christ, called and chosen, a fellow targeted individual of HavanaSyndrome and unlawful surveillance, tracking, brain tracking, also known as gang stalking. This is Sunday, August the 3rd, 2025, 8/03/2025. I was wanting to go into a little bit of detail and documentary on how the operators, the Space Force and CIA operators, operate on me, and how they're trying to manipulate me. They're trying to use me to try to confuse the public. But there's reasons why I repeat what they're saying. Several reasons why I repeat what they're saying, even though there's downsides. There's reasons why I repeat what I'm saying. It's to document what they're doing and how they're operating on me. I'm creating breadcrumbs of evidence because they interfere with the evidence. And so to jump right into it, they use encouragement and they use discouragement. They encourage and they discourage. Right now they're zapping me with brain fogs and they're trying to interfere with the speech. To the public, the encouraging things that they're saying, it sounds easy to the public, and probably some targeted individuals, it probably sounds easy to them also, but it's not. It's not easy, because what they're using for encouragement is not meant to be encouraging. It's meant to confuse the public. So they try to pretend to be another they try to I don't know what other TIs are saying, but they say stuff like all these bitches hate you and all that, or they're beginning to hate you, or they hate you, or and then they turn around and say some of them are encouraged, some of them see that you're attractive, some of them think that you're attractive. They're losing attraction. You're gaining attraction, you're losing attraction. And then they try to relay what they think. Tosi and all these other government officials that I'm tagging in my X account post, they try to relay what they think they're saying. Oh, they're encouraging you. So to the public, they're tasing my brain. I'm trying to explain stuff professionally. So they encourage you and they disencourage you. For short, since they're tasing me, their encouragement is not meant to be encouragement. When you repeat what the V2K is saying, and what they're saying sounds encouraging, it's going to confuse the public because they don't know whether or not they should support the V2K or whether they should support me. And if we say something against them, like the V2K tortures me with that, and they say, well, the public says you deserve to be tortured. Because you're threatening them, you must deserve to be tortured. No, I don't deserve to be tortured. And I'm threatening them because they're threatening to me. I'm threatening them because they're torturing me. So, no, I don't deserve to be tortured. As a matter of fact, you deserve to be tortured. So I'm forced to have to self-encourage myself daily, 24/7, because they're torturing me 24/7. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I come back on them or gaining momentum on them. V2K says that some of these targets are saying that you're gaining momentum on them, or you're letting them get some type of victory. No, I'm not letting them get some type of victory. I don't know what target is saying that. Maybe no target at all is saying that. I don't know. There's millions of targets. I'm not letting them do anything. They're just doing it. I'm not letting them do anything. They don't have the type of power that they think they have, but they do have power over us in some way, shape, or form. Yes, they do got power over us. We don't give them power. We don't got to give them power. They take that power. And God allows them to take that power. Does that mean you're being punished? No, you're not being punished by God. Was Job being punished when God allowed the devil to put sores on him, on his body? Was God punishing Job when he allowed the devil to kill off half of his family members, almost all of his family members? He had a farm and cattle. Was God punishing Job whenever he allowed the devil to kill his cattle off and all that? No. What I'm having, and whenever I say me, I'm speaking for all targeted individuals because I'm not alone. I say I'm not alone to the public, and this may protect all of us too. Protect me also because they're going to try to single me out and say, "Oh, you're crazy." No, well, if I'm crazy, millions of people in this world must be crazy for saying the same thing I'm saying. Job was not being punished. He was being tested. God was testing Job, and God knew ahead of time that Job was going to keep the faith. God knew ahead of time that Job was going to keep the faith, and but in our case, see in the book of Daniel it says knowledge shall increase. Knowledge shall increase. So we got wicked devices that are being used on us. Remote neuromonitoring, they didn't have that back then. They did not have that. The devil cannot reach your thoughts. But there's technology that can reach your thoughts, and that's how the devil's able to reach your thoughts. They didn't have that technology back then. It's not God's will for that to happen. In the book of Romans, it says that evil inventions are being created. It's not God's will for these inventions to be created. So, certain things that are happening to you, it's out of your control. But just keep the faith. It's tough. It was hard for Job, but he fought through it. He fought through it. He told God that he wishes he was dead. There was times he felt like he wishes he was never born. So yes, even Job, the prophet Job, even wished that he was never even born. That's how hard it was on Job. Does that mean he was losing faith? No, he was not losing faith. It means he was going through stuff that was hard for him to even handle. Too much for him to barely even handle. But God has mercy where mercy is needed. There's times where Job said he wishes that he was never even born. Even Jonah even says, "Kill me, God. Just go ahead and kill me." Even Jonah even told God that. "Kill me, God. I don't even want to live anymore. Take me home with you." Even the prophets back then and the Torah. Does that mean that we're losing faith? No. Where does it say that? Well, if you read the Bible for yourself and you studied it for yourself, you wouldn't have to ask that question, would you? That's my response to that. Go study the Bible for yourself. Don't just read it, but study it. You see, I highlight key parts. I don't mind sharing the Bible with people, and that's my calling, to teach and preach and evangelize. I don't mind highlighting key parts and breaking stuff down, Barney style and elementary school style. That's how you teach. You got to break the scriptures down into parts to help people understand it. Jesus done that with parables when he spoke in parables. So, yes, and again, back on topic, they let off of the brain fogs for some reason. They encourage, they disencourage, but the encouragement is not encouragement. When they speak the truth, it's always a half-truth. But that truth is not to speak the truth. It's always followed behind lies. They want you to share that little bit of truth that they're speaking and document it to confuse the public, because the public is going to say, yeah, they're speaking, they must be speaking the truth then. And it's going to confuse the public, where the public don't know whether or not they should support the V2K or support you. The devil comes as an angel of light. That's why God says only very few is going to make it to heaven. All these churches that are involving themselves in the Patriot Act, all the churches that are involving themselves in the Patriot Act, they're not making it to heaven. That's why Jesus says in the book of Revelation that only 2 churches are going to be saved in the last days. Only 2 churches are going to be saved in the last days. They don't partake in the Patriot Act. They don't partake in the Patriot Act. They don't care what the government says. They will take persecution and they will die before they partake in it. They will suffer persecution before they partake in it. Before they gang stalk and partake in all this, on the Citizens Corps and Guard, they would die before that. Only very few there will be. Not very many believers are going to be saved. Many is going to say, Lord, Lord, have I not done this in your name? Well, for them to believe that he is Lord, they had to believe in God. Even the devil believes in God. The people that believe in God are not going to be saved. It's the people that obey God that's going to be saved. It's one thing to believe in God. You do well. You believe that there is one God, you're doing well. But even the devil believes and trembles. James chapter 2, I believe. I believe it's in James chapter 2. Does the devil obey God, though? No. Not everyone is a child of God. Not everyone is a child of God. Strive to enter into the kingdom. Strive to enter into the kingdom and into that narrow gate. For many, I say, shall seek to enter, but will not be able. Many will seek to enter into that small gate, but will not be able. Narrow is the way, and small is the gate that leads to life, and only few there be that find it. Only few. Broad is the way, and wide is the gate that leads to destruction, and many there be that go down that broad path, says the Lord. We know the devil has a future. Take that. That's what I use for encouragement there. Take that for encouragement. The devil has a future. There's not going to be no reincarnate. For those that believe in that we're going to come back as a bird or a eagle, a eagle or a frog. No. When you die, you're going to go to heaven or hell. And when this earth passes away, heaven is also going to pass away with it, and heaven is going to be brought down to this earth. After this earth is cleaned up, this earth is going to be rebuilt. Heaven is going to be built on this earth. It's going to be the new heaven and earth. But everything's going to be burnt up. Everything on this earth besides God's elect is going to be burnt up on this earth. It's going to clean this world. When he says the earth shall pass away, he's saying everything on the earth shall pass away. He's going to destroy everything on the earth. And he's going to rebuild heaven on earth. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall never pass away, says the Lord. So, just to put this out here, their encouragement is not encouragement. I had to create my own encouragement. I had to create my own. Yes, rejoice in your tribulations. But sometimes it's so hard when they hit you with hardcore attacks, it's hard to rejoice in your tribulations. Hard. I don't blaspheme God, like the V2K keeps saying. They say these other targets are saying you're blaspheming God. No, I don't. I don't blaspheme God. You blaspheme God. You're speaking a word against the Trinity. Well, yeah, I do. I don't believe in that false God right there, the Trinity God. There's only one deity, God in one person, not three persons. I already went over that many times and debunked the Trinity. The Trinity is not holy. It's blasphemy if you believe in the Trinity. Reverse that right back around on you. So go in peace, brothers and sisters. Shalom.